Hello, Coyote artists. So this week we are looking at the building blocks of art. We're looking at elements and principles. We're going to take a look at each one, and then you're going to create an artwork with a combination of those elements and principles. So let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the elements and principles of art. What are the elements? Elements of art are line, shape, color, value, which means the dark and light in a painting, form, which is three-dimensional and takes up space, texture is how a surface of something feels or looks, and space is it that exists around us. We use illusion to make space in art. Let's talk about the principles. Principles are balance, is the comfortable arrangement of things in art, how we place things on a page or a canvas. Contrast is the difference between elements in an artwork. Emphasis is the creation of a focal area in a work of art, something that stands out. Movement is how our eyes get around in the work of art when we're looking. Pattern is decorates the surface with a planned, repeated unit. Rhythm is the repetition of shapes, lines, and forms. And unity means that everything is in harmony. Variety adds interest. So let's take a look at some artwork that has elements and principles. What elements of art can you find in composition number 8 by Wesley Kandinsky? First off, you might notice some shapes and lines and colors. But there's also some principles. What about rhythm? How about pattern? Do we see any unity? Or maybe there's some emphasis? All right. Art is made out of at least one principle and element. We're going to create an artwork that focuses on an element and a principle of art and a combination of those. Let's take a look at some examples. So here's called a sculpture called Two Forms by Henry Moore, done in 1934. Well, the obvious element is form, since this is a three-dimensional artwork. We don't have a whole lot of color, but there is this really nice, smooth, polished wooden texture. We also see space that was created inside this larger form. What about some principles? Let's review. So principles are balance, contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, rhythm, or unity. So what would you say a principle that would apply here? Unity, because they're both the same color? Or do you think it's more variety or emphasis because one is bigger than the other? Let's take a look at another one. This is called The Eclipse by Alma Thomas, done in 1970. First off, you might notice that there's lots of color, but there's also shape that's being repeated. Yes, that would be repetition. Do we also get a sense of the texture of this painting? What about emphasis? Is something drawing your eye and stands out more than the others? Let's take a look at the elements and principles. Oh, did we see movement? Did we see contrast between those colors? Did we see value, meaning dark and light, in the painting? Let's take a look. Oh, I see that there are some dark colors and then some lighter colors. So maybe there is some value in this painting. Let's take a look at another one. This is called Greek Vase, Black Figure Crater, that was done in the Greek Attic era in the 6th century BCE. Wow, that's old. So ceramic pieces, obviously they are 3D forms. But what else do we see? Not a whole lot of color, but we do see lines. We do see some shapes, more organic shapes, like people and animals. Oh, if you noticed a pattern, good work finding that principle of art. Oh, we can see that it's very balanced. We have one lion here and another lion on the other side, with the figure in the middle. Also, the vase is balanced very well by a handle on one side and a handle on the other. All right, let's take a look at another picture. This one is photography. It's called Soft Focus by Chelsea Pierce, done in 1985. Ooh, if you said value, the light and darkness, good job. What else do we see? Maybe some unity because all the trees are the same. And look how we can see space, like this is a road that goes on and on and on. Let's review elements and principles. What else do you see? Movement. Was your eye drawn to the center by going down the road? Maybe texture with all the trees and their bark and their leaves. Not a whole lot of color in that one, but we did see some rhythm with those repeating shapes. All right, friends, let's talk about our activity for this week. Think about what medium you would like to use, and then that will help you choose which element or principle you want to focus on. For example, drawing with pencil and creating great shading would be the element of value. Using value and making something really light with something really dark would be a principal contrast. What if you want to use lots of different colors? Could you make a pattern of colors or a rhythm of colors? What if you wanted to show some kind of texture? Would everything have the same texture to show unity? Which combination will you choose? I can't wait to see what you create. So be creative and have fun this week with the elements and principles of art. I'll see you next time.